baby.
Big up, guys. It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan. You know what it is. It's a hot, sunny day in Germany, but let's react to Manchester United. Yesterday was a tough game, guys. Really good performance, in my opinion, but lacking that clinical edge, unable to finish our dinner. Guys, what are we going to do? What can be done? Who can we bring on? Who is going to be that guy to take up the mantle? Do we need to get one, or does Erik ten Hag need to make any changes to what he's currently doing? Let us know in the comments, guys. Big up to all of you coming in. Bro, I should have said 9 a.m., bro. But you know what, bro? Today, I had some errands to run. I could not do it this morning, so I just got back. I was stuck on a train for the last 2 hours, my bro. There's a madness going on. So, I wasn't able to do it anytime sooner. Now is the time, the only time I had available to come live. So I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm sorry that I couldn't do it this morning, but I'll make my apologies. Maybe I'll try to see if I can give a few memberships before the stream is over. Big up to you guys coming in. Big up to Richard in the building. Hope you're well, Richard. Hope everything is going well to you. Let me bring on the guys in the background because, we're going to all react to this. It's not just me in the building. I'm going to bring Tesh to the stage. Big up to Tesh. What's good, my brother? Hope you're well.
Good, Mark. How are you?
Chilling. Waiting for the rest of the guys to show up. Big up to Vegeta in the building. Hope you're well.
What's happening, bro? I'm glad you didn't go at 9 a.m. because I was at church, so this would not be happening for me.
I think I read it wrong. Richard is saying it's 9 a.m. where he's at right now. Richard, cool. Are you in the USA on the West Coast, bro? Big up to you if you're in the USA, my bro. Not too sure. Where are you at? Let me know in the comments, bro. Right now it's like almost 5 p.m. in Germany. So that's a different timing for me. And the man of the hour, my brother, Mr. Bankman. Temba Banks is in the building. The man with the standards. Big up to my brethren in the building. What's going on?
Yeah.
Guys.
I'm okay. You're always coming late, Mark.
Bro, I was waiting for you to pop in the stream, bro. I was literally waiting on to see you guys here before I start live. But then I say, well, I'm gonna go live and then you'll jump on. But I was late, bro. I forgot to message you a while ago to say I reach home too, bro. So that's my fault. Big up. But guys, let's react to this game. At the end we'll talk a little bit about the elephant in the room and the Los Blancos, coming back from behind to do the business, get the job done. Temba's still not happy, but you'll hear what Temba have to say about that later on. Guys, don't forget to smash the likes early and subscribe. You know what I mean? It helps the channel grow really, really well. And get in the description, guys. Like, the other channels that are supporting, the guys, the likes of Temba is always supporting here. The likes from D-Hub Sports, Tesh and Drex are always here to show support. And not other than Halftime with Vegeta, my brother, always here. Make sure you guys go and support them. Their links are always in my description, so don't forget it. Check it out, and the links are clickable now. So, guys, let's get into the match reaction. You know what I mean? I'm going to go first because, I'm going to start it off because I'm going to be the hype man, and everyone, we'll bring it down to a normalcy and balance, you know what I mean? So, I watched the game back last night. I watched a little bit of it while I was on the train sitting, waiting for it, waiting. I was just watching it, and I was like, I really like the first 75 minutes of the performance. When I say 75 minutes of match time, in total time, that would have been like almost like 80 minutes. We had a few minutes extra in the first half as well. I think the performances all around the team was good. There might have been some, misplaced passes in between, 1 or 2 mistakes and errors here and there. But it wasn't a situation that, I was saying, this is untenable. I was saying, we just need to score. We haven't been clinical. We haven't been able to find the back of the net, which is the weirdest thing because, in all fairness, guys, we played such a game yesterday. It would not have shocked me if we were sick. We won that game 6 or 7-0, or if someone thought that we won that game 6 or 7-0 based on just watching the first half and the amount of chances, consistently the dominance that we showed up to like something like 70% possession in the first half. I think we have to give the lads credit. We have to give the manager credit because we've been asking for this kind of performance week in, week out for the longest time, and we have not been able to get it. Of course, we did not finish our dinner at the end of the game, which was very disappointing, not only to myself, but most of the fans. with all the chances we create, not putting the ball in the back of the net at least once, from open play it's a little bit hard pressed to sit and swallow right now for me. I can't help but say I'm really disappointed. So disappointed that I even mistakenly mentioned in the chat while I was saying, I feel so hard pressed by this game that the loss was improp and was weird. And I'm like, wait, we didn't lose, we drew. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to mean anything bad about it or anything like that, but I just felt so, frustrated last night, bro. You know what I mean? So for me, I would say more of the same, but hopefully let's find that clinical edge. You know what I mean? If we need to rotate the forward line until we find a forward line that's going to be very, very clinical for us. I'm willing to wait for that because the other parts of the game so far, so good, is all that we asked for. I don't know what your thoughts are, Vegeta, but we'll go to you next, then we'll go to Tesh, and of course, Temba after.
Big up to you, bro. First of all, I'm a lot less angry today because it wasn't Liverpool we played and didn't score against. So the anger is not as, incredible as it was after that 3-0 loss. I'll say that much, because like you're saying, I don't want to be disingenuous and say the performance was crap because it wasn't. And I think in football, there are two types of results that are hard to take. It's when one, you've performed well, but you didn't finish your food, or two, you performed well, but the referee just screwed you over on the day. So the one is in your hands, the other one isn't. You can't control the ref. And I feel like this one hurts because at the end of the first half, we were so positive, Mark, despite the fact that we didn't score. We said we saw a lot of the things that we wanted to see from this team. We just need to finish. And we still had 45 minutes to finish. So that's why, for me, it's so unacceptable to take yesterday's game because it almost feels like last season, with the only difference being we're not conceding a million chances. So Onana didn't have to work as hard yesterday. We're just not scoring. So it's much of what we were saying last year when we're creating chances, but we're not finishing. And I'm like, when are these guys gonna learn how to finish, bro? Because it's one thing to do it in preseason, in the training drills. I've seen them do it and they're clapping each other, and then you get to the actual day it matters, and all of a sudden you're wearing flip-flops and not shooting boots, bro. So I'm sorry, bro. The forward line yesterday, I have to give it a giant bombastic side eye and say, bro, you guys have so much support. You're getting paid so much money. If we criticize you guys, and I'm not just talking about the front three, I'm talking about from midfield. People get angry at us. When we criticize Bruno, people get angry at us. When people criticize Rashford, it's abuse. But I'm like, guys, you're not helping us though. Like, you're getting paid a lot of money not to do anything. This is like, and yesterday people were so quick to jump onto Ten Hag. And look, I understand some of the changes in the second half were a little bit sus, but I'm like, guys, we should have won that in the first half already, bro. So for people to jump on Ten Hag's back so quickly, I'm like, yeah, guys, this player FC thing ain't going anywhere anytime soon, bro. And it's tragic because I thought we were Manchester before all else, but clearly not.
Big up, bro. Tesh, what was your thoughts about the game, my bro? We'll get into the chat after because I see Will and the guys pulling up. Big up to Will and Kenny in the building, Big up to Kenny. Kenny, we have to assess this comment about Grasner's tactics, but big up to you. Tesh, what are you saying?
Okay. So for me, as yesterday the bit of the tension was high, but I think the reason why most people reacted the way they reacted yesterday is because of the position we're currently sitting at. It's because of how the season started. And if you go back to the days of Ferguson, there are times we've had games like this where you probably see the goal never goes in, and you automatically know this is not our day. So I think if we were probably sitting in, if we probably won and probably drew to Liverpool, won our probably first two games and drew this game, I think people won't really be that mad because you could see we had the chances but never took it. And again, it's a bit hard on the manager when people go on him because if you're looking at the players basically had their chances but didn't convert their chances. While I understand the manager probably made certain substitutions that impacted the game, but we had a whole almost 60, let's say the first half to at least score two goals. So again, though, I think though it's more of the it's because it's Ten Hag. I believe if it was a different coach, everyone will be saying we are in the right direction. But it's because it's Ten Hag, and because I think the fan base is split on him staying and him going. Hence, you see probably any shift in performance, right? Or probably will dropping points impact, like it's almost extreme, like, oh, Ten Hag out, or probably, people react so bad to it. But do I think we are actually in the right direction? Ten Hag, one of the best football I think he has played since joining United. We played in the first half. Honestly, if I were the players, I would take lots of positive from that game, and knowing what the goals will score will come, because we are in the right direction. I think everyone should just relax. We are not where we are meant to be. We should probably forget last season. We should also look at, we are building, everyone is back now, and just wait and be patient, and gradually things will change. And also, I think we have this high expectation of probably, okay, we have to be top four. Honestly, I don't think we'll probably make top four, even I believe the management said something like that they're not really forced about the top four. It's about building. I think we should probably focus on building, right? I think the team gradually, you see increase in performance, and also the points will come.
Interesting, my bro. I can't say I disagree with you there. I kind of one of those fans that have a lot of patience, you know what I mean? And I feel like, it's a work in progress. We will get there eventually. We are Man United, but for the last decade, we haven't really been or operated in that fashion that merits the fact of a Man United. And no truer than saying that is my brother down below, a Real Madrid fan who his club has always kept their standards, at least within that certain realm of challenging, or always wanting to compete. And so, Temba, what you saying? Where was your thoughts on the game? You're always here with us. Big up, my bro. Where your vibe is?
Guys, man, I don't know how to hide
bro.
things,
I'm not sure if you're
honestly.
talking.
Don't do that. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mark.
Don't stop it, man. Mark. Okay, now the thing is this, man. I don't know how to write this, man. I'll say the way it is, man. Mark. The first half was actually decent. It was good. The first half was good. And one thing is this, man. Yes, the first half they might have not scored. Yet again, for me, I think the two chances that failed to Garnacho, it was unlucky. The first one came to his weaker foot. The second one was bouncing to him. He hit it to the bar. Now the thing is this, man. The first half we watched, and coming on the second half, there were still a lot of positive that United can create their chances and get a goal. Honestly, like Glass now will be happy. Like I'm sure in that first half, it's like, thank you, God, I didn't conceive a goal. Then he goes into the dressing room, speaks to the boys, change his tactics. Because sometimes when you watch football, guys, you should be reading the match. You should read the game. But with Ten Hag acts as if before the game is kicked off, he has already decided on who is he going to bring on. And no matter how the game goes, he sticks to what he just wants to do. I've decided I want to bring these guys on. They're the one I'll bring on. Now, coming to that game, guys, I know a lot of people have been shouting for Garnacho to start games. But I've been saying it here and often that he is not ready to start a game, but he's knocking on the door. Now, you have a player in Marcus Rashford, whereby probably in the last 18 months, he looked decent. He looked good. He got 3 goals in how many games? Barnsley and Southampton. Then coming to Crystal Palace, you decided to drop him. You play Garnacho. Now, the first half did the way it went. The second half, this manager decided to bring out Eriksen, Zexi, and Ahmad. You guys are looking for a goal, for crying out loud, guys. You are looking for a goal. It's like yesterday when Madrid is playing Espanyol, I went a goal down. I was mad already. Then Don Carlo then comes up and say, yes, Rodrigo, come outside. Bellingham, come outside. That's what I did yesterday. Because one thing is this for sure is this. I don't know if he does not read game, but the game he saw in the first half is not the same thing in the second half. Glasner had time to talk to his boys, had time to change the tactics. There were two different formations that he played in the second half alone. He played 4-4-3 and 3-5-2. Now, this guy forced Ten Hag to make stupid substitution, taking out Eriksen, Ahmad, and Zexi was criminal. It was horrendous. It was a stupid decision a manager should make. The fact that Bruno Fernandes played 90 minutes, it's crazy. Bruno, from 50 minutes to 55 minutes, he gave the ball away 4 times.
You were counting. Oh, damn.
Then you have a manager, he stands there, he watches, and because he's wearing the armband, he can't say, dude, come outside. Because if Ten Hag was a manager that has brain, because check out all the substitution he made. You are bringing in Rasmus, why not to come and do what? Somebody that has not yet played game from where? Preseason. Then he comes back from injury. Where you want to play him is against Crystal Palace. To come do what? To come and do what Zexi was doing, because he was never going to do it. He was never. He took out Eriksen, brought in, took out Eriksen and Zexi, brought in Rasmus Højlund and Ugarte. Guys, you want to win games. He's breaking in Ugarte. Even though there's going to be a defensive midfielder that should come into that game, it should be Casemiro. The reason why it should be Casemiro is a better ball passer than Ugarte, and Casemiro also is a threat when it comes to the set piece. He can get you goals. Now, what I was expecting to do yesterday, because in the first half, I said it, I would take out Garnacho. I said it. I would take out Garnacho for Rashford. And I said I'll take out who else? For Anthony. Then now, this guy decided that instead of bringing in the likes of people whereby can contribute, because what I was expecting for him to do is that if he had brought in Rasmus Højlund and take out Bruno Fernandes, then I will understand that it's just adding more players. I've seen Sir Alex Ferguson did this whereby they have struggled to get games. It brings sacrifice a midfielder and bring in a striker just to make things hard for the other team again. But that's not what your manager did. He took out the 3 players that was making United look good, controlling the football. And tell me, from that time he took out those 3 players, what did United do? No control. And people tell you that. Wait, no, Mark, wait.
That's all.
No, Mark, wait. No.
I had to stop it. You ask a question. You say, tell you what.
Let me be done.
No, that's not. Wait.
Mark, no,
I hear you on that, but go on, Temba, just now. Hold on.
No, Mark,
you see, my argument is, my only argument. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. Understand what I'm saying here? I'm not saying you're wrong. But what I'm saying is, my argument is, whether or not it's Bruno coming off, or is Eriksen, or is Xerxes, or is Rashford, or is Ahmad, the players coming on the pitch, most importantly, supposed to contribute and improve the performance of the team. Listen to me. Hear me out on that one, because you see, the problem is, I understand. Rashford, understand what I'm going to say here. The same type of striker, the striker for striker changes 2 different roles, right? Xerxes' role as a striker is a different role as Højlund. But let's make no mistake, Højlund is our number 1 striker. He is the starting, no. He is the starting number 9, my brother. And while Xerxes, I'm not saying Xerxes can't bench him. This is something that might happen, you never know. But currently, Xerxes is the number 2, my brethren. I just wanted to hear more on that one. So definitely what you say. So one there, I will say, listen, Rasmus needed minutes. He didn't contribute. He not going to contribute what Xerxes going to contribute. So you can't really see it's translating the same way, bro.
Listen.
There's an obvious change that will happen. And the reason why Glasner changed his formation 3 times was because he couldn't cope with the attacks of Man United, my brother. We all watched the game. He was dominated from start to the 79th minute of the game by Manchester United. He had to change the formation twice in order just to shut down the attacks. He had to load the box. He went from a 5-3-2 to a 3-5-2.
Wait. Not 79. You know what? That is what a manager does. You watch game, you analyze and read it.
So what you're trying to tell me is that the first tactical change didn't work. The second tactical changes worked. So the third one that finally worked, you're saying he forced Ten Hag.
Wait, can I offer a different perspective though? For what you guys are saying.
Wait now, please now. You know one thing is this, man. United signed players. Crystal Palace lost players. I am telling you,
they signed some players too as well.
Michael Olise was in that game yesterday. You guys lose that match yesterday.
I don't think about life like that, bro, because that don't exist in this reality.
Wait now. Let's be realistic about it.
I disagree though. Michael,
because I could easily say if Mason Greenwood was there, we win 7-0. Talk done.
Wait first. Let me.
I just said
what I'm talking about. Now you are getting me wrong. I'm not saying Rasmus Højlund is not your number one striker. What I'm saying is this, man. The substitution Ten Hag made was wrong. Can we all please just agree on that? That is what I'm saying. I am not blaming.
I kind of agree with what you said earlier, bro. I kind of agree with you on this one, bro. To be fair, I don't usually agree with you, but I agree with this statement, bro.
If you're going
it looked like Ten Hag took a risk and it didn't pay off. That is how I'm looking at it.
Can I be honest? I feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle because
it took is a 3-5-2 formation. He wants to play transitional football. That was what Ten Hag did,
bro.
It's as simple. No, guys, man. I watch United game. I know what this guy is all about. By now, I know what he's all about.
Like, how could you know? How could he know when he never had the players in the profile to play the style of football he wanted to play? How could you know? What you know, bro? And I will say it again. When Ten Hag had his best team, you could not beat him at the Bernabeu. So let me don't go there, bro. Because I would say if Ten Hag have his best team, it's challenging anybody, bro. Because when Ten Hag have his team, he does beat people.
Honestly.
Yes, bro. You have to. Bro, listen. Listen, from the time you open up, this is why I don't like to talk about what if and what if. I like to talk about what was and what happened. Because the reality is, bro, that the real problem that we face in the game was the attackers did not score and take the chances. It have nothing to do with anybody else. Forget Bruno, forget Ericsson. Wait, hold on. Because in my honest opinion, as a United fan, as a football fan, watching the game, bro, after I see Xerxes miss the 2 or 3 chances he had by the halftime, I was ready to. If I was a coach, I would have benched him immediately, bro. He was not even coming on the pitch in the second half. But that's not because he's not a good player, But for me, in a team, let me finish.
Contributing to the game.
No, he's not, bro. Because if he contributes, listen, I don't know about you, bro, but in my honest opinion, a striker, a center forward, bro, his contribution must result in a goal. Else he has not contributed fully to the game.
Profiling this guy. He's not a striker.
Exactly. Then therefore, okay, understand what I'm saying here. He's a forward. So therefore, I want a striker in my 9 position, bro, to score goals. You see, bro, for me, I all about goals is win games. I want a clinical striker, my brethren. That's just my opinion.
But you see, this is why I feel like the whole Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes thing is just pointless because they're 2 different players. And if anything, in yesterday's game, I would have kept Xerxes on with Højlund because the guys on the left were doing nothing. It was mainly the right, in my opinion. It was mainly the right wing that had any sort of impact. So I would have sacrificed the left wing to have, like you're saying, Rasmus Højlund who can actually take chances. But guys, to say that Xerxes was useless yesterday, come on, guys. I feel like that's a little bit.
I didn't say he was useless, but what I'm saying is
he was contributing to the.
For me, bro, I just look at it like this, right? All the players on the field, while they will contribute in different ways, they have primary functions. A striker's primary function is to score goals. A winger primary function is to create fast striker to score. But I just look at football that way, bro. I'm not trying to say that he was not contributing to the game.
Okay, if a striker must score goals, then wingers must be assisting. But our wingers don't do that.
Exactly. So this is why I blame the attack across the board. Because in my honest opinion, the only real responsibility or the first responsible people for the reason why we didn't win is the men them who had the chances to score the goals. Who up front, all of them across the front line.
But that's why, Mark, I said I would have kept both of them because what I feel sorry for is that when Højlund came on, he's unfortunately playing with people who don't create the chances that Xerxes would have got, in my opinion.
How many touches did
Your
Oiland had?
Rashfords, that's the
His
only
first
issue I
touch,
have is
he
that
gave the ball away. His
Xerxes
first
at
touch,
least
he
tries
gave
to
the
set
ball
up
away.
his players, bro.
Yes,
Garnacho was
if
True,
set
and,
up.
and, and I'm taking that away from
if
him.
if we scored some goals yesterday based on Xerxes assist, right? Everyone will be raving about Xerxes.
Yeah, but like it's crazy how people are just busy talking about the guy like as if he's one flop. Guys, that guy had a better game than anybody. That guy had a better game than Bruno. Bruno should be substituted. But what I
Bro,
thought,
forget Bruno.
Mark, wait. What I thought Ten Hag was supposed to do is this: Bruno was not in that game. What he should have done is take out Bruno Fernandes. Since you want to bring
No
Rasmus,
problem.
bring him in, then let him be in the focus and let him be the striker now. Then drop what's his name? Drop Zexi to Bruno's position. Taking out Bruno, taking out all those guys was like, man, it's crazy, man. Honestly, it's crazy.
Let's give I think Tish, is that your name, bro? Sorry. I think you wanted to say something earlier.
Yeah, I like Tesh to go
No,
on.
no. I just know. I just wanted to say, right, why Xerxes already made it clear, and I think before he was recruited, it was clear that this guy is still an out and out striker, right? Like he
Guys,
mentioned, he's a 9.5, right?
yeah.
So I say, right, Xerxes basically to me in that game, if we're taking the chances he provided, honestly, that guy probably getting an eight over 10 rating yesterday. I know he struggles. I won't say he struggles
I don't
though.
understand how people are busy going at the guy.
He might have now found his feet from a scoring perspective, but at least he's providing something. On the if Ten Hag yesterday had taken out
Mhm.
what they called Garnacho, brought in Rashford to what they call to the left, I think would have been a better choice. And also, if Ten Hag probably thinks, okay, you know what, I take out Bruno, drop in Xerxes to the 10, and bring in Hoyland to what they call the attack. That also probably could have helped. But we are all geniuses in
Yeah,
hindsight.
the man goes and take out go and take out
Can
the
I
creative
be
players
honest?
out because
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
Can I be honest, Timber? I think the biggest problem is that in modern football, for some reason, we insist that there's only one way to play football. And that's why certain people's profiles don't fit that narrative. Because if you're only going to play with one striker in a team, then unfortunately, Xerxes
Mhm.
has to play the center forward role. But if you actually want to utilize your players to the best of their ability, there are other positions that exist in football that we just haven't used them anymore for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Like we don't play with
Yeah,
traditional tens. We just decided we don't do
no,
that anymore.
not anymore,
We don't play
not
with the
anymore.
second striker anymore. But I'm like, it doesn't then mean that those players don't exist. There are people who are fit for number 10. You can see it in how they play. But because we don't play with the traditional 10, they almost have to occupy a different sort of role, like they are roaming eight or something along those lines. And that thing takes away from their game. And
Mhm.
we end up with conversations where like, my center forward needs to score more goals. I'm like, no, you're misprofiling the person. And you want this
Yeah,
shoe to fit on the wrong foot and expect a different result. You're gonna be disappointed. That's just my argument to say that small tweaks, bro. Even if you don't want to play with a 4-4-2, I still think the left side is useless. That side, Rashford and Garnacho were giving us nothing. Personally, sacrifice that
Mhm.
to still keep some level. Because Ericsson can't play, bro. That's the one thing I will say. He can't play full 90, bro. He will die on us. God forbid. So at least keep
Ericsson.
somebody like. Sorry.
They would die on us.
Hey, bro. God
No,
forbid, bro.
you know what about Ericsson and with Vegeta is this, man. When you watch the game yesterday, there's a reason why you will say a player legs are gone. It is because you guys last season you were doing one of the running because you are playing traditional football, but at the moment you guys are controlling the game, controlling the passes. So his weakness
Yeah,
will not show. That's it. That's the
I
thing.
hear that.
His
I
weakness
hear that.
will
I'm
not
just
show
so
because
worried about that
you guys are
device
keeping the
in his
ball.
chest.
You're keeping the ball. But for me, I said, and I'll
but,
still keep saying it, but
but,
just that
but
some people don't
Banks,
want to believe it. The subs were wrong. That was what I'm saying.
Banks.
That's
Do
the
you
only
know
thing I'm
what?
saying. Yeah,
Do you know?
Tesh.
I think we've probably been hammering Ten Hag, right? But I think we're missing one side.
Mhm.
You know, yesterday when Ericsson was starting, Ericsson and Kobe, most people weren't
Yeah.
convinced though. They
Hmm.
weren't convinced, right? They were like, why is
Yeah.
it starting what they call, because they felt the game would be more physical and Ericsson and Kobe won't be able to
Hmm.
do it. You have to give Tenor credit for having that
Yeah, I
actually
said it.
correct.
I said it. I said if it works, it becomes a genius. And if
But
it
again,
does not, it gets criticized if it will. But for me, it worked.
it worked, yes.
It
So
worked.
you have to give him
So
that
it
credit
is
there.
his substitution that spotted everything. That's what I'm talking about. In the second half, his substitution now just gave
But you know
Crystal
why it
Palace
works,
the
bro?
game.
Tim, but you know why it works though? Traditionally, we've only ever relied on Bruno to help us control or create in a game. But when
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
midfield made up of Kobe, Ericsson, and you've got a center forward, unfortunately, in Xerxes, those people actually help you control the game because they know
Mhm.
how to keep a football. And whether people like this or not, I understand the game of football is to score. But if you've got wingers that want to shoot at every chance that don't score, it's useless because those guys are not going to contribute to creating. So they must either score
Yeah.
or get off the pitch, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But don't
Mhm.
make it then a person who that's not their game's fault. That Rashford and
Yeah.
Garnacho just want to shoot to them. That's not
Mhm.
his fault, in my opinion. So my issue with the subs is that okay, now you're going back to the default of Bruno, please create when we need a
Yeah,
goal
great,
by
great,
himself.
great.
I don't
He
think
was
that's
already
good.
having a bad game.
Bruno probably appreciates having more than one because that allows him to move freely. Because you can't, like when people are saying two people are gonna mark Ericsson, I say then to do what? You're gonna mark Ericsson and leave Bruno alone. Are you sick? Because then Bruno will punish you. That's what
Yeah.
having more than one creative person or people who can hold on to the ball. Because when I say lose control, I don't mean like Crystal Palace was raining chances. No, to a degree, we stopped finding each other. We stopped being able to have good passages of of play. And the other thing that I'm pissed off about the front five, if I have to say that, like everybody in the front line, when people get chances to shoot, we either have Bruno Fernandes shooting a rugby ball because he's trying to score a try, or people don't want to shoot. They're passing each other.
You want to do Trivella. Trivella. They did a
Like
1-2 pass
everybody
for you.
wants
That
to.
was oil and that's a goal. It was this doing
People don't
Trivella.
want to shoot, bro. I don't understand. And you know, boxing, you joke, bro. But I was like, if McTominay is in Bruno's position yesterday or in any of these positions, that man is shooting. And he's not got
Yeah.
bad shooting technique, bro. He's taking a shot.
No.
I know that. So I'm like, guys,
Trivella. Playing
somebody
Trivella
needs to
shots.
take responsibility in that front line to shoot. Put it on target. Let's try something. This thing of pass, 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 pass. That thing is so frustrating, bro. It's ridiculous because it makes Eric look like an incompetent person. He set them up for those chances to be created. That's why I'm saying we can look at the second half and be upset, right? Yes, it was a bad second half. But Crystal Palace should have never had a lifeline going into that damn
Into that game.
second half to begin with.
Yeah.
But we gave them a lifeline, not taking our chances. And like
That's the
Timber
thing,
saying,
man. And this is what
they
people are not
survived the first
understanding.
half, guys. Crystal Palace literally survived the first half. And that man was thankful. I could see the stress on that guy's face in the first half, bro. It was going to be a long day for him in the
He was
office.
thankful, man. He was thankful. That was why he went in and changed everything. Because one thing about a good manager is you can read game and see, okay, this sub is not working. Let me switch to this one. If it work, let me switch to this. He made three formation in the second half alone. And I was sitting there. I wanted to know what Tenag would do. He did nothing.
Yeah,
He did
I think
nothing.
the biggest thing was Rashford to strike. How it killed the game.
Yeah,
Just
Rafa to strike
because
against they've blocked already.
those guys already sat back, and
They sat back
Rashford,
already. You know what I'm saying?
he works with spaces. They sat back already,
But
but
yeah, go on. It's just that all these people that are or that are an arc in, they believe the manager. Like if I'm
no,
talking, I'm not saying the guy should go. I'm just trying to just make a reference point to tell you that okay, this is where he got it wrong. You should be able to say yes, he got it all wrong. Like me, I criticize even with the fact that I won 4-1. I was still, Victor was here. I was still unhappy because kind of football I was seeing, I don't like it.
That
And what
4-1 was a
Carlos just is doing,
reflection
I'm
of
not like
Real Madrid performance. I get you, bro. But you know what it is, bro? I just feel like on either side of the argument, people don't want to be honest with themselves. So the people who hate Eric and some of these players, the conversation is never gonna. They don't want to be honest, bro, because they just want to see us burn and crash, just so they can say they were right about Eric. On the other side, I just feel like also the Eric fans need to chill, bro. They need to be a time and a place to criticize
a
changes,
manager.
selections, some of the stats. I'm not saying for me yesterday for the most part it's hard because I feel like Eric for the most part got it right for the most part, and that's why I'm so upset. My venom is more at the players, bro. I'm like, and most bro, that defense did its job. Onana, we were all like, Onana, and that man made saves yesterday.
Safety guys, man.
Everybody else didn't show up, bro.
No, it's safety guys. Onana saved the guys yesterday, man. Honestly, he saved United yesterday.
Bro. And you know what it is?
He saved the guys yesterday.
You know what it is for me, bro. If I don't know if Mark is gonna be able to come back, but if we're looking at how do we fix this next game, bro, I understand the whole rotation thing. Rotate in the bloody cups, my brother. Find people who are good at what they do in the league and play them as the starting 11 for the most part. Because some of these guys,
it's too early to rotate. It's too early to rotate.
These guys are not it, bro. Like, I don't think Garnacho did not look comfortable starting the game yesterday, bro. That man looked like he was trying too hard to prove that he needs to be here. Rashford looked like he was confused about coming off from the bench himself. He doesn't know how to be an impact player. So I just think, dude, I feel like that midfield works for the most part. That controlling midfield. Obviously, your oppositions will also dictate to a degree what you do with your starting 11. Because like some people are saying, you can't start Rashford against a low block. We're not doing anything with Rashford in a low block because there's no space for him to run into. So yes, there are those changes, but for Pete's sake, bro, by now you should know your players. Oh, and then another thing I want to say is we keep saying we must give this team time. Well, some of these players have been here for almost 10 years, bro. Like, what are we actually still waiting?
It's not only Rashford and Bruno. Rashford is in here for longer. Bruno, I think.
Bro, Rashford been here for 10 seasons now, bro. 10. I don't listen. If Rashford don't learn to play, despite the coming on as a sub or not as a starter, bro, then sell him, bro. Like, I don't understand where is this the whole argument about a player, bro. The only how Garnacho gonna learn to play for 90 minutes is by playing 90 minutes, starting games, learn to deliver from starting. You know what I mean? The only how, the team go and move forward as a whole is if no matter whether a player come on as a substitute or as a starter, they show a performance. Big up to Tommy in the building. That's just me. You know what I mean? And while I don't disagree, I think the manager could have changed with the substitutions. I didn't expect, Ahmad to come off. I thought Ahmad was doing very well. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, all the subs was rubbish. I mean, in my honest opinion, the team's supposed to step up. Other players on the field supposed to step up. The style of football when you bring on Højlund and our next player, obviously to me, would change from the way we was playing in the first couple minutes and probably would have suited the way, the formation had changed in the opposing team because Højlund is a striker who could get in behind. You have a little bit more cutting edge to him in terms of a little bit more pace in the initial first 10 yards that could get away from a player. So he could, So for me, I also was thinking to myself, I'm not expecting Højlund to do the world. He just come back from injury. So I wasn't really hoping to see him start yesterday, bro, to be honest. But it just didn't work out. So in my opinion, we can't really blame the manager as per se to say, well, the manager at fault. What I would say is that more likely we have to blame in totality, the players not performing well, the manager taking a risk, which he would get blamed for at any given time and all the time, because at the end of the day, the manager is the face. So for me, I think the overall performance was good. The only thing that really frustrated me yesterday was we're not clinical, and I can't blame a defender or a midfielder for the fact that we're not scoring goals. I had to blame the men on the forward line. So that's just where I hold in my situation. It's big up to Temba. Guys, we're gonna have Tommy talk about how he looked at the game. Quick roundup on the end because guys, we're gonna move over to Temba. Temba is hosting Manchester City versus Arsenal live on Football Fan Zone. Guys, we will be joining him there. So guys, if you have the chance, come across. I will try to push the stream across there so you guys could wait in the comments for that as well. Big up, Tommy.
Hello, gentlemen. I just wanted to say, show you this, what I liked about yesterday. You notice that Dalot was coming in off the touchline a lot. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
So what this enabled us to do, and I don't think we've seen this much yet, and I really like this, but it includes having Eriksen in the team. I thought this was a really positive thing about our play yesterday, that whatever they're doing in training, they're trying to adapt for every game. I think Ten Hag's realised that every game's different and you've got to adapt. So when we see Dalot come in on the inside here, this is what it did to the play. So you can see Dalot there in the middle, right opposite Onana. Now, these are just 3 examples. On the bottom left example, what this allowed Eriksen and Mainu to do is rotate in the middle of the park. They could both drop in, but also push out. Now, if you look at the third image in the bottom right corner, look where Eriksen is, right on the left wing. And that allowed Eriksen to get on the ball a lot and distribute the play. I thought that was very, very good. Now, this is why it's good. If you look here, first image, where Eriksen is on the top left-hand side there, it means the midfield are getting dragged out. So Wharton either had to come out and mark Eriksen, freeing up the space for Dalot and Fernandes in the middle there, or if he stayed in, it then freed up space for Eriksen to push into the middle. And I think what that created was this 5 up front image that we can see here. This allowed Garnacho, Eriksen to push forward, Fernandes to push forward, and having Dalot sitting in there with Mainu. At different times, Mainu also pushed forward. When he was in this position, in the bottom left-hand corner, it created a rotation in the midfield I've not seen us play with yet. And I think that is what really, really impressed me yesterday. So I just wanted to bring that to the floor, just because I know we're all a bit disappointed with the result, and we're all a bit disappointed with what Ten Hag's doing. But I think overall, whatever they're doing on the training pitch, we're going to get better. That was just my main point, and I think we still need to be positive about what we're seeing. But it's the chance creation. That's the biggest thing that we've got the problem with at the minute.
Interesting.
That was a very good analysis, Tommy, bro. We appreciate that.
Big up, Tommy, for that analysis. Vegeta, any last thoughts on what you think we might be able to do to improve this situation going forward?
I think the strikers, the forward line as a whole needs to take their chances, bro, because that's why I couldn't, as much as I feel the way I feel about the manager, I couldn't deal with the way people were instant to jump onto Eric. You get what I'm saying? It's too easy, bro, to just turn around and say Eric was the problem. Even if you don't agree with the subs, we already criticized that. But those players are the ones that once the chance falls at your feet, take ownership and responsibility. Stop pause, or taking a shot at the wrong time. Like, have some instinct, have some kahunas, grow some balls, you strikers, and actually put the ball in the back of the net. That's all they need to do, bro.
100%, bro. Tesh, any thoughts from you, my bro? Any thoughts on what you think could have been done to improve the situation going forward as well?
Honestly, I think like if you see how Tommy broke it down, you could probably say all we need is patience, and things will actually fall in place. Ten Hag is doing the right things. I think more so he will learn from what happened yesterday and note, you know what, that probably is also a learning for him right through his evolution process at United. I know he's been here for what they call 3 years, but this is the first time he has had what they call a full complete squad when you compare to last season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more so you have to be a bit patient with Erik Ten Hag. I would say let's try to forget last season. I know it's hard, but let's try to forget what happened last season and almost like we are developing where we have like key players now. If you look at yesterday, only older players are basically Rashford and Bruno, right? Yeah. Yesterday, most of which actually new, and outside Dalot as well, right? So again, right, we have like almost like 8 players in the team yesterday actually new. So I'll say let's a bit of patience. Erik Ten Hag is working on stuff. He showed yesterday. Now the players need to take their chance, because if they did, I bet you today everyone will be singing lyrical about Erik Ten Hag, what they call him, genius.
100. Big
Some
up, big
people
up,
will
bro.
die on Ericsson hugs out. Some people would have died on that.
I think it's bigger than Ten Hag, bro. Like I don't think it's whether it's him or whether he's the right coach or not
Nah, some
shouldn't be
people
the
just hate him.
argument.
I
I don't think that
understand.
should be the argument. I think it should be the performances of the team, man.
I agree with you,
It
but I feel like
involved
some people have just made up their mind, bro. I just feel like some people, even if we score 10, bro, I feel like some people are so nuts. We could lift the Premier League and
And
they'd
they will
still be like,
still-
I don't know if he's the man. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I'm
Bro.
just watching, bro. I'm like, I will judge what I see with my eyes. That's it. Oh no, we lost Mark. I should have let him close the show.
He's back. Okay. Oh, Mark is Mark back or Mark is gone? Okay, so
Mark, just close off the show, bro. The internet is not interneting.
Mark, we can't hear you though. You're on mute if you're speaking.
Look, I'll speak for Mark, guys. Please like the stream, guys. It's been such a joy to bring it to you guys. Mark is still talking to himself. It's okay. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. And of course, Mark just gifted 5 memberships. Congratulations to those people who received their memberships. But if anybody else wants to be a member, it is available on the channel. And just watch the space. This has been the Mark MUFC crew, guys, bringing you that match review. Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Oh, Mark, just close it, bro. Just close it. just close it. I tried, guys. Cheers.